Teddy Bear, and today I wanted to get a little bit personal, dig a little deeper, and just talk about some things that I haven't been completely truthful about. And it's not that I haven't been truthful about it. It's more so that I haven't been forthcoming about it. So today that's what I want to talk about. So it's not a fun video. Unfortunately, I've cried enough tears to fill a full-length pool. So hopefully I can keep back from doing that today. And so the title of this video is called The Untold Truths. And that's basically what this is going to be about. Me just living in my truth, expressing why it is the way that I am and why I do the things that I do. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so for you guys that don't know me personally, I am 26 years old from the city of Houston, Texas. I now reside in Las Vegas, Nevada. And for the most part, when people look at me or they follow me on social media platforms, their number one assumption is, oh, he's just this courageous guy, this handsome fella. Most people. Some may think I'm ugly, and that's fine too. But what a lot of people don't understand is, and this is not just for me, this is for a lot of people, regardless of what people look like or appear to be on the outside, everybody is always dealing with something. And unfortunately for me, I've had to hide the many things that I've been going through for years. When I started my YouTube channel, I became a little forthcoming with the fact that I was going through depression, stuff like that. That was just one aspect of it. And it's quite frankly one of the biggest things that I've dealt with. But it's the things that contributed to that I want to get into today. So again, I'm 26. Growing up, I didn't have, and my family is gonna probably look at this video and not want to talk to me or feel some type of way about it, and that's fine. Again, it's just me living in my truth. I grew up, I didn't have, in my opinion, what most children had. My mother was there, my father was not there. So I didn't grow up with a father figure, and that's one of the things that really affected me growing up, because I've always wanted to do things with my father. The closest I actually got to it is when my mom married my stepfather. They're no longer together, but he was the one who put me in sports, you know, and Boy Scouts and all of that. So that's when I first got a glimpse of what having a father was. So when my parents, when they separated, I lost that. So again, it went from me not knowing how to feel because I didn't have one. Then one finally came, and then he left again. So that has always affected me in the worst way, because again, I've always felt like I didn't have the complete package. Yeah, my mom did everything that she could for us, and she did a damn good job. But I couldn't go to my mom and talk to her about certain things, or, you know, just because she wasn't a guy. I mean, I wanted to have, sorry, got disconnected. I wanted to have that father-son conversation, and I couldn't have that. Not at that time I couldn't. So with not having a father figure and me and my mom not being extremely close during that time, things became a little hard for me, because I also at that time just came into who I really was, and I had just found out that, or just figured out that I was actually attracted to guys. So, in living in a Christian-based family or household, you know, that was frowned upon. So I couldn't go to her and tell her, like, hey, I like men and this is part of my life. I couldn't do that. So because I couldn't do that, and I didn't want to tell my sisters, because again, it wasn't something that they would want to hear. I knew that. So I bottled it in, and as time went on, I got more and more depressed because I had to hide who I truly was. I wasn't able to be me. I wasn't able to like who I liked and feel good about it. I wasn't able to do that. So I grew up depressed. Like, I was depressed most of my teen years because of this. I wasn't able to just live in my truth. And you fast forward, life has just not been a walk in the park for me. And I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. So I don't want to just single myself out and just to create a pity party, because that's definitely not what this is about. So moving forward, I've always felt like I was alone. I didn't have anyone to turn to. I didn't have my mom to talk to because, again, she was a single parent. So she was always working. So my grandmother was the one I would see all of the time. So when she left, I really felt like, damn, I literally have no one now. And I still think about that to this day. Because honestly, even now, I feel like I have no one. And I'm extremely close with my mother and father now, my biological father. I know I'm going all over the place with this, and it's because, again, I like to be completely honest and true and genuine. I didn't write anything down. I didn't come up with a script, none of that. So yeah, bear with me. So I lost her. I lost everything. And from that moment on, I was always getting in trouble in school. And I just became this person that I knew I wasn't. Like, I reacted because of what I didn't have. That's it. I didn't have what most people around me had. And that fucked me up mentally, because I'm like, damn, what did I do to deserve not having what everybody else has? And again, I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. So I grew up, I operated in rebellion. You know, I was very rebellious towards people. I was just a complete asshole growing up because I was hiding emotions. I was keeping things in that I should have let out. And so I acted on that. Well, all of this is leading up into my adult years. By this time, I'm in high school. Like I said, I figured out I liked it, men. And this, again, I didn't have the complete package. I didn't have my father there. I didn't have my mother there half of the time. But let's not take away from, she did everything that she was supposed to do as a mother. When I say she wasn't there, it's because she was working, trying to provide for us. So I commend her for that. But it, again, with all of the emotions that I bottled in, it was hard for me to operate and be normal, because here I am. I'm a young kid bottling every emotion I could bottle in. I'm holding that in, and at this point, it's becoming a little toxic for me. So then I started contemplating suicide, and those are the darker years of my life that I'm not extremely proud of. But for me to be at that moment, it spoke volumes to me. So when I think about it now, I realize where I was at that point in my life, and I know I don't want to go back there. It's easier said than done with life. It's unexpected. You just never know what's going to happen. So growing up, and this is one of the truths that I have not been forthcoming about. My family doesn't even know this, so me going public with this is very, very crazy. But I feel like me talking about it this way has been able to help me in so many different other ways. So I was actually raped by a family member, and when that happened, I just didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know who to turn to. I didn't know who to tell. I didn't want this person to go to jail because this is a family member. I didn't want people to look at me crazy because I was the reason this person went to jail. So I bottled that in for so long. And like I say, nobody knows that. This is the first that's coming out. I told a few friends that I'm close with, because again, I bottled it in, and I there were plenty of nights I cried because I just couldn't accept the fact that my own blood would do this to me. It's a lot to take in. And so I just bottled it in, and even it's carried into my adult years. And like I said, this is the first that's coming out. And so I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash. I know I'm going to get a lot of eyes and ears from my family now, because I'm being honest about it. No, I'm not going to say who it was, because at the same time, even though it's haunted me for all these years, I've made peace with myself. No, I don't like what you did to me, but at the same time, I can't let it hinder me. I can't let it keep me down. I can't let it consume my entire life. I cannot do that. So I forgive you. I'll never forget, but I forgive you. And by me being at this mental space and me being mentally mature now, I'm able to fully say that I forgive the person and I can move on. Especially now that I'm being open about it, I feel like this is a stepping stone for me to fully move on and go on with my life. So, in addition to, again, this all boils down to being hurt by people that are close to me and people that I love. This is a cousin. I never expected. And moving forward, I've been in a relationship for such a long time, and I was fully indebted to that relationship. I was fully committed. I was fully invested. I was just all around just into this. This person was my life, literally my entire life. And I don't want people to go back because I'm sure some people will probably be able to determine who it was. And I don't want people to look at this person crazy, because this person is, at the end of the day, we were young. That does not make it right. But it is what it is. So being in a committed relationship for such a long time, obviously the emotions are extremely, the emotions, the emotional attachment, the physical attachment, all of that is there. So to be in a relationship for this long and have a person keep so much from me, things that I should have been told from the very beginning, and I wasn't, that shit really fucked me up, because again, I'm with this person, I've been with this person for such a long time. So you would think you fully know this person inside and out. This person would never lie to you. This person would never cheat on you. This person would never do any harm to you. Well, I learned that that's not always the case, and it fucked me up, and it's always fucked me up from that point. I keep a straight face and a big smile on my face most of the time, and that's just me hiding what I really feel. And a lot of my friends have been able to determine, like they've said, dude, there's something that you're not letting me know. There's something that you are bottling in. I don't know what it is, but it's really fucking you up. And I've always said, no, I'm fine. But I feel like I have to be honest about it now, because it really did fuck me up. So again, I didn't expect this person to do any harm to me. I didn't expect this person to cheat, lie, anything. But this person did. And this was somebody that I've spent a great deal of my life with. And yet and still, I took this person back, even after all of that. And to my surprise, I still got cheated on. So you say to yourself, 5 years of a relationship, you think this person is being completely honest, genuine, and loyal. You find out they're not. Well, because you love this person so much, you don't give up. You give them another chance. Only to find out that when you're gone, this person is on FaceTime calls, this person is sending nude pictures, this person is going to people's apartments, giving them sexual favors. So you find it out, and what do? What do you say? How do you react? And I'm a very emotional person when people are not around. And I think that's important for me to say, because people think I have this tough demeanor, like that nothing hurts me, and at the end of the day, it does. I just don't let people see that side of me, but I hurt just like everybody else do. So that situation fucked me up, and this person is probably gonna look at this video and say like, what the fuck? And I don't hate this person even still. Me and this person still communicates, but I have to let it be known. It really messed me up. It's still messing me up, and it's to the point now where all of these things that I've addressed with you guys today, I feel like I actually need to sit down and talk to somebody about it. Because these are feelings, emotions that have been bottled in for over 6 years. So 6 years of holding things in, 6 years of not being able to fully come to terms with what's going on and how it's affecting me. It's created something that I don't know how to operate with it. I don't know how to fully love someone because of the simple fact that I did love someone for 5 years and I got fucked over. I don't know how to completely love someone. And I let me not say love, because I know how to love. It's just hard for me to trust. Because when you've dedicated so much time to somebody, again, this is people that are close to me. So you don't expect somebody that you love and dedicated your time to do this to you. You don't expect somebody who's family and kin to take something away from you that shouldn't have been taken. Again, we're family at the end of the day. So I've developed something that I don't fully know how to operate with, and that's what I need help with. So I think I'm going to take the appropriate action and just sit down and talk with somebody, let them know what I'm letting you guys know, and see what could come out of this. Again, I don't have suicidal thoughts anymore. I've mentally matured in so many ways. So all of this is not to eliminate, but to embrace what was, so I can move on and fully live my life and see what's to come. I want to be able to love fully. I want to be able to trust fully. And in order for me to do that, I feel like I need to talk to somebody. So hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much, but this is just me living in my truth. And for anybody else that's out there that's dealt with what I've dealt with, or anything in general, if you've bottled something in, my greatest advice to you is to just find a way to remedy with it. Talk to somebody, even if it's a close friend, just talk to somebody. Or if you're like me, I found this to be my outlet. Me talking about it with you guys has been an outlet for me, and it's helped me in so many different ways. So just find some type of way to let it out. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it take over. Just don't let it consume you. And that's the best advice that I can give. Again, this is me living in my untold truths, and now it's out, and the only way to go from here is up. The only way to go is up. The only way to go is up from this point on. I can only think about the positive that's going to come. Yes, there's going to be trials, even still, but I'm fully committed to gaining my life back. And for the long as I've ran from this, and I've made excuses as to why I didn't want to be in Houston, and the real reason why I didn't want to be in Houston was because I was running from everything that I went through. That's it. And now I'm ready to take it head on. I'm ready to face my fears. I'm ready to face all of these demons. And I'm ready to get my life back. And that's just where I'm at. So I hope this video encourages somebody out there going through the same thing to be vocal. Seek help. Don't bottle it in, and take the necessary steps to regain your life back, and just live. Don't exist. Live life. Don't just exist in life, but live life. And that concludes my video. Again, I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. I just felt like I needed to be honest. I just felt like I needed to be forthcoming with this. Again, because this is a remedy that's helping me. I'm not doing this for anybody else. I'm not doing this to hurt anybody. This is helping me. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, please click the red button below to subscribe today. For all my returning peoples, I can't thank you enough. I greatly admire you guys for the continuous support that you've shown. And hopefully the next couple of videos the next videos will be a lot more happier and fun. I just felt like I needed to get that out. So thank you guys. Love you. Peace.